Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap coins, check out instantmudcoins.com and use code ZIRK for 20% off. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I want to go over the new title update with you guys. Now, by the time this video is out, this title update is already out as well, so you guys should have the update available, and all of these changes should be in the game. There's actually quite a bit that's changing today. I know a lot of people are very happy about it. I know a lot of people are very curious about it to see exactly what else breaks, because the issue is whenever there's a title update, there may be a lot of like good changes, but there tends to be like one or two glitches in the game that then EA has to patch, so hopefully there's none with this. But I do want to give a shout out to Craze Mist for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the video, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. So let's get right into this. Let's talk about the title update that we have today. So key highlights. We do have a new gameplay mode, which is Superstar KO Endless Run. I actually think that is really cool to have that in the game. You can basically go as long as you want until you lose, really, and then your rank will be displayed on the leaderboards. I think that's really cool. I honestly think that's really cool. Maybe I'll even dive into that a little bit, maybe do videos on that if you guys want me to. There also were some gameplay fixes and tuning, updated the quarterback slide and dive mechanics and some other stuff. So let's get into the gameplay stuff first. You guys can see right here we do have dropped interceptions, fixed an issue allowing defensive teammates to cause a knockout on their teammate during an interception, tuning to decrease catching penalties for defenders catching in traffic. There obviously was a big issue with DBs not catching picks, and in general, just dropped interceptions. I mean, with linebackers, whatever. Dropped interceptions are a big issue currently in the game. I am really hoping this fixes that, because the amount of dropped interceptions, I mean, you would at least have one a game. I don't think I've played a game on Madden since the last title update, or since the last update that really broke this, without having at least one drop pick. It's pretty bad, unless my opponent just doesn't throw a pick. Dev note here, we have these two changes will reduce the number of dropped interceptions for the defense, but they will not eliminate them completely. There will still be situations where defenders will not successfully catch interceptions based on ratings, physics, or interactions. Also, they fixed an issue preventing fumbles when not fatigued on QB draw plays, so quarterbacks will now fumble much more as a result of hits regardless of fatigue level. I love that, because obviously quarterback draw is really overpowered. So many people run QB draw, and you just don't get fumbles in this game. And in general, quarterbacks especially just don't really fumble on draw plays. Now they will. Also, they did kind of nerf the quarterback draw. As you guys can see, added logic to slow down the QB's acceleration at the end of the drop back on quarterback draw plays, as well as restricting the direction the quarterback can move immediately after catching the snap. So that's really good. Based on the player feedback and stats data, we saw the QB draw has become too powerful. With these changes, the QB draw play will have to be used more strategically rather than being a core play. Now, it's not to say you can't use QB draw, but you're definitely not going to want to use it as much, not going to be as good. And also the fatigue stuff kind of comes into it now, so you can't run QB draw 3 plays in a row and not expect to fumble on that third hit when you get hit again. Fix an issue causing rack catches to be dropped a little too frequently. Also tuning to reduce the distance for additional defenders to cause catch knockout. Based on player feedback and play testing, we found that rack catches specifically were dropped too much on both competitive and sim game styles. These changes will significantly increase the chances of a successful rack catches when throwing to receivers with a step or two separation on the coverage, and provide better balance versus man coverage. There is one glitch that I really hope they fix eventually, and that's kind of like the animation where the ball just like gets thrown 2 or 3 yards, I guess, really beyond the receiver, and the receiver just never turns up the field to go ahead and get the catch. I see this happen a ton, specifically on drag routes, like the ball would just be thrown. It says accurate pass. You can be not under pressure at all with one of the best quarterbacks in the game when it comes to throwing accuracy, and you're still going to get that same animation, and it is terrible. Fix the issue allowing pass rushers to disengage for quick pressure after a defensive line crash adjustment in formations like 3-4 bear and 3-4 cub, and then they also updated the QB slide and QB dive mechanics, so you can tap X now or square to slide or hold it to dive. Now, this is the second time they've actually had to change this, and this reversed the controls back to what players are most familiar with. I love this because, honestly, sliding right now is hard. Like, sometimes I have to slide, I have to hit X like 3 times to get my player to slide. It is ridiculous. Hopefully that fixes that issue. Tuning to reduce inaccurate passes caused by pressure. Tuning to decrease average yards per carry on outside zones, and also stretch running plays like competitive All-Pro and All Madden. You guys can see right here in the dev note, it does say we are making some tuning adjustments to blocking to reduce the effectiveness of these plays. A lot of people were kind of confused as to how they were going to like really change that. Was it going to be like better defenders or what? And no, it's just going to be the blocking is going to be worse. So interesting there. Fix an issue preventing AI edge rush animations from triggering in certain alignments. Fix an issue causing frequent roughing the kicker penalties on field goal safe man. Fix an issue causing the ball to sometimes launch across the field after a hit stick. That's interesting. Tuning to the steering on the truck move for the bruiser ball carrier archetype to reduce the fast oversteer. That was beginning to be used as an exploit. I've definitely seen that. Fix an issue causing fullbacks and tight ends to inappropriately swap positions via inaudible to certain formations. Fix an issue allowing wide receivers to be subbed into the halfback position by autoing across formations within the same personnel grouping. Now let's get into some other updates that we have. So for MUT, we have condensed individual training point reward screens to one combined reward screen, remedied an issue where users had to open fantasy packs twice, updated the art on the item compare screen. How about you make us so we can actually compare players that are game crashing? Face franchise, general stability, franchise stability, and also an issue causing users to crash when making their selection during the draft in multi-user leagues. We have stability for the yard, superstar KO, we have the new game mode, and then some presentation stuff, including mouthpieces, which I know some people are actually really excited about that. Cowboys home pants now, less green to match the changes they made on the field this year to the color of their seafoam pants. But the mouthpieces are now enabled throughout the game. We took extra time to ensure we covered all the bases and it will work everywhere correctly as a long-standing community request. We are happy to announce these are usable and fully functioning throughout the whole game. I'm pretty curious to see how DK Metcalf and Mutt looks with his mouthpiece. So with that being said, guys, those are the updates for today. It wasn't like the biggest title update we have ever had, but I actually feel like this is a really good title update. They made the outside zone and stretch plays less overpowered. They also changed, the slide and dive mechanic. I really like that. They also fixed the dropped interceptions. They made quarterback draw not as good, and they actually made it so QBs should fumble when you actually hit stick them. So that's pretty good, and this is actually a really good patch, but I'm very curious to see how it actually plays out. If you guys have played on the patch, let me know down below how it actually plays out, because we all know that the patch notes and how the game actually plays sometimes can be a little bit different. So let me know down below what you guys think about this. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like in the vid, and of course hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.